Hello, welcome to Intimate Lens. This is Dr. Katz. Today we will zoom on the clitoris and on lubrication. Let's check it out. The clitoris is the female sexual organ, the physical part where she gets aroused. As we have mentioned in other videos on this channel, the largest sexual organ for the female, the real switch of on and off, is in her brain. It's in her mind. It's her state of emotional being. But the clitoris is the physical organ where actual stimulation occurs. The clitoris, as people know it, is that piece of skin, that little pea-size like area above the vagina, where rubbing will give the woman pleasure. Yes, let's remember, the clitoris is north of the vagina. It is not inside the vagina. It is above the vagina, which means, by the way, that one could engage in sexual intimacy even if one has vaginal problems. But with it, it means that, unlike the vagina that gets lubricated upon sexual arousal, or people know to use lubrication in the vagina for arousal if they need, watch our other videos about that, the clitoris does not lubricate. And it is not unusual for us to counsel patients who, as it turns out to be, never thought of putting lubrication on the clitoris, and then they wonder why it is becoming dry and chafing and irritated, and at time with skin breakdowns there. The clitoris is an extremely small area with lots of nerve endings. It is a developmental analog to the tip of the penis, and just like the tip of the penis likes to be carefully managed, so should the clitoris be. It is of the same tissue. So the clitoris is not a lubricating area. It must have lubrication added to it. When a partner does oral sex on the female, on her clitoris, the saliva acts as a lubrication, and that's just fine. In parentheses, let's make sure we don't have any oral infections or any cold sores or oral herpes, because they could be transmitted from the giver to the receiver. In oral sex, the saliva acts as a lubrication. But if you do manual sex or rubbing or however you like to stimulate your clitoris, with a penis or with a finger, it must be lubricated. So let's talk about fun lubrication for the clitoris, which means let's talk about flavored lubricants, especially if one is using them for oral sex. That saliva acts as a lubricant, but sometimes it's not enough. And sometimes you just want to add some fun to the mix. So flavored lubrication could do the job. Because such lubricants come in different flavors, couples make a whole game out of it. Are we going to go pina colada tonight, or are we going to go just raspberry and such and such? Yes, it is about fun, isn't it? What are the positives of using lubricants, and especially flavored lubricants? One, to add spice, to add fun, to turn the event into a little more of a game and good spirits instead of just mechanical, let's just do it. It opens the door to couples' communication. Sometimes people don't speak what they like and what they want and how they want it, but by adding such a motif such as let's get the lubrication in there, and let's play with it, it opens the door to speaking a little bit in that very intimate zone. Let's try new things. What is it that you like? Sometimes it's a good catalyst to conversations about speaking up preferences and wants. Some are concerned about the smell of the genitals, and we're not talking about the scent if one has an infection. Obviously, you have an infection, please don't engage sexually until you're all healthy and clear. But otherwise, the genitals have their own smell, their own scent, just like the underarm smells. It doesn't mean bad, it just has its own scent. So does the penis so does the vagina, so does the sole of the foot, etc. So by adding a flavored lubricant, some people use it as a fun. It covers up on the natural scent. It just puts a different dimension on this whole topic of, do I smell all right down there? We encourage you to shop around, try different ones, see which one you like, and add them to your mix. It's a good thing to have deviation from the mundane, deviation from the same routine. Have some fun, enjoy that, and it'll definitely make your clitoris feel so much better by using lubrication on it. Shop around for the lubricant of your choice or lubricants of your choice, for the flavor of your choice, a substance that agrees with your genitals, and a water-based and sugar-free products are always recommended. Suggestion to women, stay away from mint flavor. They seem to not always sit well with women. I don't mean to say don't use them, explore them, but don't buy 100 of them. Buy one, see if it's good, and then you can continue from there. Hopefully that shed a bit of light on the clitoris, how to have fun, how to help the clitoris have a good, comfortable time by way of a lubricant, and open communication to discussion, to chats, preferences, what you like and how you like it. Let us know if you have any questions, share, like, subscribe, and see you next time.